Welcome. Thanks so much to Vermont Butter and Cheese, to Allison Hooper and Bob Reese and the entire team here for letting us come over and talk about our jobs bill, how we're going to grow jobs one job at a time. This is a great example of the kind of leadership that we need in Vermont to grow jobs, to get the value-added product for our farmers. And it speaks to the kind of partnership that you're going to hear from about shortly, of our vision of how to grow jobs and grow this economy. We think that Vermont has a bright job future, but we have to play our cards right. And as I've mentioned before, we all know that we have to take on the big issues that we're facing as jobs creators, small businesses across the state. Healthcare costs are killing us. We got to get them under control. When we beat the other 49 states to cost containment, we will grow jobs in this state. Second, broadband and cell service to every last mile by 2013, or we cannot compete. This bill speaks to some of those issues. We know that Karen Marshall is making great progress in bringing together the players to ensure that we deliver on that promise, or this jobs bill won't matter. Because if we can't communicate with the larger world, the electricity of today, we won't compete for jobs and we won't succeed. I'm happy to mention, as an aside, that Karen Marshall is already encouraged by the marriage developments in the marriage plans between our utility companies, our telecom companies, and the public sector. And there's going to be some great developments coming up there shortly, but I'm incredibly grateful to CVPS and Green Mountain Power for their willingness to join together with the private providers, telecom providers, in a vision that is going to deliver broadband and cell service to every last mile. Let's talk about this bill for a second. In this bill, you see one of the most extraordinary partnerships between the agencies of state government, some of whom will speak today, to grow jobs, break down the silos in state government, and be creative. This bill is about growing Vermont's jobs future in many sectors. Manufacturing, agriculture, by getting our farmers a value-added product, small businesses, and startups by new ideas of ensuring that we get them credit when they need it the most. Ensuring that we're using all of the resources, including marketing power of state government, to make it happen. It includes tax credits for our brave men and women who fought for us overseas over the last 2 years, put their lives on the line for us, came home to face 30% unemployment. We have a special tax credit for our veterans to ensure that Vermont employers are helping to get them back to work. It is by far one of the most comprehensive jobs bills that reflects our commitment to grow jobs in Vermont one job at a time. We're going to do it. We're going to put Vermonters back to work, and we're going to lift our economic fortunes for Vermonters as we do it. So I want to turn this now over to our hosts, Allison Hooper, Bob Reese, and our friends at Vermont Butter and Cheese, who will then introduce Lawrence Miller and our secretary and others who will talk